Okay, welcome to another session in technical discussions. So we have another question that I received from Tahir Khan. Uh, how to stay or browse anonymously? Okay, so we have with us Mr. Vakas Karim. Sir, please answer to this question.
Okay, so yeah, this is very important question and very interesting question. I wanted to address from long time, so it's good. Thanks to Tahir that he has asked this. So staying anonymous, there is reality and there is myth. The myth is that we will use VPN, we just turn on VPN and then we are anonymous. We will just use proxy, we are anonymous. We use Tor browser and we are anonymous. And the truth is that by using only one method, we cannot stay anonymous. There are so many methods, and what the real hackers use is that they use the combination of some of these methods. So I have made 10 points, which I always prepare, which I always use. I can show you, I can share my screen as well. I can share some of them with you. I can show the demo as well. So mainly using only VPN is not enough. This is the main thing we need to clarify our mind, that using VPN. So there are multiple methods. I can tell you like around 10 methods, and you can use multiple of them to gain anonymity, right? So what hackers are doing usually, first of all, they don't use their own real email address. They use their anonymous email. They use anonymous email, temporary email. There are online internet solutions like 10 minutes mail, like send SMS, OTP, Numero, and so many other solutions which hackers usually they use. Let me share my screen. I can share some of them. So this is first method actually. I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, great, great. So it's being recorded as well. So basically, if you can see my screen, there are multiple solutions. For example, there is something called 10 minutes mail, right? So this is an email which mostly the hackers they use, and the email will sustain. So this is an email which has been given to us. This is something LZRSVA. This will be something anonymous email, and it will be at the rate of some domain. So it will not be at the rate of Gmail. No, it will not be at the rate of Hotmail, which means we will have some services like they ask that you have to use your own email address, your company email address to make the account, so we can use this one. If we don't like this one, we can close the browser and use a different browser. We will get another email address. So now let's say I want to create an account on any of the service. So I'll go there, I'll generate an email. For example, if I want to create an account on Cisco NetAcad, right? So what I will do to generate a profile, I'll go to netacad.com, and it will ask me that what is your email address, right? I go to login. This is just an example wherever you want to register. So here it says sign up, and inside the sign up, it will ask me for the email address. So this is my 10 minutes mail. I'll use this temporary email, copy and paste in here. I can use any password like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And we can go here. It says it should be like some character as well. So we can say 1, 2, 3, 4 ASDF capital. And then we can say instructor 1, 2, 3, or we can say INS, the country or region. We can select any of them. We can select Albania or anything. Then we click on register. So then it says that an email has been sent to your registered email, which is this one, right? So an email will come here. Can we see here? There is one email which says inbox 1. So if we go down, an email has come through from Cisco which says, dear instructor, welcome to Cisco, please activate the account. So we can create an account based on this one, and onwards we don't need to have full access to this email address because this is going to be disposed of. So nobody can track you that where did you use the email, how you created, how you used. So after this 7 minute 50 second 48 seconds, this email, its data, its server, everything will be wiped out. So even the IP address keeps on changing and changing. So they have dynamic DNS, then DNS. And if we want to get 10 more minutes, which means we are using, we can click here and then it gives us 10 more minutes. So the counter starts from 10 again. If we keep on refreshing 10 minutes, we get, otherwise it will be disposed of. If you want to make another account, go there, make another account, and so on. So next time you will get a different email address. You cannot, even yourself, you cannot log in back because you didn't make an account. So this is how the hackers they use. So they use this kind of email address. Similarly, if they want to send the email address, for example, if they have to fill this form, what they will do, they will go to fake name generator, this one. So we go, we search, and in here you can say that which email address do you, which profile you want to. So instead of thinking yourself that I should keep my name John, I should keep my name Ata, I should do this, this is my address. So you will be confused, you will be wasting time. So it is a pre-built thing. So you can come here, like you want a male profile, an American, a Pakistani, Indian, French, whatever is here. So we can say American, and the country he is living in is also United States, and we can generate. So here it tells us that this is our name, dummy, this is our dummy address, this is all the information, you know, whatever we need. So this is the phone number with +1, this is the birthday. So we can copy this one actually, and we can save, and we can save it somewhere, and then we can use it. So it has some online address, the finance, even it has assigned you a fake MasterCard, credit card as well. If you want to put somewhere your employment, physical, everything is fake. So if you refresh, then it will generate another, or if you click on generate, it will generate another. If you want somebody from, let's say, Thailand, right? So Thailand person is living in Italy, generate. So it will generate even in Thai language. So it will look like a real one, right? And we can go to the advanced option. It gives us so many other things as well. The name set should be how, the country should be, the age, male or female, or somebody in between, you know. We have this kind of setting as well, which tells us that it is 29% male and 71% female. So that kind of people are coming these days in market. So we can also create that kind of account. So you can see how flexible it is. So it's a joke.
Exactly.
And you can see so many other options. So a hacker will generate a profile from here. He will generate a fake email from here, and he will generate a phone number. There are so many online solutions. There is something called receive SMS, right? Receive SMS OTP. So receive SMS.co, something like that. Not this one, not this one. This one I have used before. So this one, actually what you can do is you go to USA, and you can input this number, and it has a WhatsApp as well. Even you can create WhatsApp. So click on receive SMS, see their ad, they earn something, you get something. So here now on this number, you can see that all these messages are coming. The problem with this kind of number is that some of the services, they might not accept these numbers. Why? Because so many people are sending SMS. They are using for WhatsApp OTP. So when WhatsApp say that, okay, this number is being made on WhatsApp like 20 times a day, which means there is something problem they are making. So they will block it. So some services they block, then they add new numbers into the pool. So currently, this is the one. So this is how the hackers, they work. This is the first point. I'm going to tell you 10 points. We have covered only one. So the first point is that to stay anonymous, we have to use this dummy profile. Hackers use actually, and the hackers use dummy email address, the hackers use dummy phone number as well. Also, there is a service these days which is very famous, Numero online SIM or online WhatsApp. So I don't think it's legal or illegal, I don't know actually 100%, but you can have your own number if you want to create social profile, if you want to create your WhatsApp, your LinkedIn, your Google. So you can buy their number $1 per month, and then you can go with it, right? Even you can make calls to the local numbers, then you can dispose of. So these kind of basic things, right? Coming back to our point. So step number one is we use the hackers, they use anonymous email, and then they use their anonymous contact as well. The second thing which they take care a lot is that they use untraceable internet source. Means you shouldn't be reachable back to that internet source. So for example, you guys can tell me some of them, like public coffee shop, Wi-Fi cafe, or a restaurant wherever we have Wi-Fi, or a university or college or park or hospital, wherever we have public Wi-Fi. So they try to use that one, especially where there are less and less security cameras. There is no logging system. There is no firewall which keeps on logging what you are doing. So you are not accountable for that, right? These kind of thing. This is second point. So the first one is use anonymous profile, anonymous numbers. Second one is that we use untraceable internet source. And the third one is we use anonymous operating system. So what are the anonymous operating system? Security operating system, usually like Kali Linux, like Backtrack, like Tails, Cubes ONS operating system. So these kind of operating systems we use because they have been built in terms of security point of view. While Windows has not been built to keep you anonymous, even within Windows, I can share my screen. I can show you that there are so many settings which you have enabled by default when you installed Windows, tracking services, telemetry services. So even in your Chrome browser as well, there are so many services. So this is the third point, that we should use an operating system which is security sensitive, right? The fourth one is that we have to avoid Google and other tracking search engines. For example, Google, Firefox, we should go with DuckDuckGo, we should go with Start Page and all those kind of browsers and search engines, right? So we shouldn't use Chrome. The fifth one, I think, is changing the MAC address. So first thing is, if I want to do something, or a hacker wants to do something with his laptop, so the first thing he will do, he will change its MAC address, its identity, and identity is hard coded with the MAC address. So we can temporarily change that MAC address. I also made up MAC address changer in Python. Last time I shared with you guys, you can watch that video. So try to build your own tools. If you are looking for a career in ethical hacking, don't use other people tool. So try to make small tools, then you can keep on growing. Because the problem with other people tool, or like script kiddies, the problem would be, tomorrow there is another security update from Windows, from Android. So your tool will stop working. But if you know that you have coded it yourself, your own tool, then you can modify, you can see, you can find another vulnerability in the system, you can modify your tool so it will start working in the system again. So change your MAC, use Technetium, use Spoof. There are so many MAC address changers, and even within Kali Linux, there is a direct command MAC changer, so you can use that one. Now, sixth point is to use VPN. So VPN, there are so many. I recommend, this is also one of the question people are asking, that which VPN should we use? So which VPN do you use, Attaullah? Can you tell us if you are using, so that I get some
I
break
have,
as well?
yeah, I have many VPNs used.
Okay, which is your favorite one? Then I can tell
Super
mine.
VPN, Super VPN, and I have used another, that is Element VPN.
So Super VPN is working fine these days. You
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Nowadays,
So I use usually Proton VPN, and
Proton VPN. I think 6 months ago I have used this, and
okay.
also I have used uh, SCP VPN.
Okay, okay. So SCP VPN is recommended by Attaullah, and I recommend Proton VPN. Hotspot Shield is very good, but the desktop version gives you 500 MB in the free version, and the mobile version shows you so many advertisement, although it's unlimited. So these two VPN you guys can use, right? So VPN, you can see I have said about VPN after so many other points. So the common misconception in people's mind is that we use VPN and we are anonymous, which is not the case. So we have to apply multiple techniques to stay anonymous, right? Because don't think that you have the tools and the
Exactly.
people who are defending their network, they don't know about these tools, right? So they also know. So it is like police and thieves. Okay, so sixth one is the VPN, right? And after that, the seventh one is about proxy. So we can use proxy or a chain of proxies. Chain of proxy means that our computer will first send the request to one computer, that one will send to another one, and then finally we reach to our destination. And then the reply will also be coming like this. So the receiver or the server will not know that who is the requester. He will see the last node. right? So for example, you are A, you send to B, B send to C, C send to the server a request. Let's say you are opening gmail.com, you want to see an email. So the Gmail server would think that, okay, the request has come from C, not from you. So he will send the reply to C, C will send to B, B will send to you, to A. So this is how it works. This is called chain of proxies or proxy chains. So there is a default built-in proxy chain inside Kali Linux as well that is best to use. And I have also made a video that how to use it. You guys can watch that one. It's just a small configuration change which we have to use before, which we have to make before we can use. Like we have to remove some hashes. So we have to remove the comments and then we can use strict chain or dynamic chain. Okay, so point number 7, use proxy or proxy chains. Point number 8 is using the Tor browser. So Tor is same as proxy, but it has so many other things, and also it is based on dynamic proxy. For example, when you open a website, so your request will go to A will send to B, B will send to C, and then it goes to this server. And then when server is replying, it will not come from the same way. It will send to someone else will send to someone, and then the request reaches to you. But the only problem with Tor browser is the last node vulnerability, because at the last hop, of course, your data has to be unencrypted. So over there is a possibility if that end Tor has been compromised, then you might be in trouble, which is usually a common routine by security agencies like FBI and CIA. So they compromise the last node and then you are not anonymous anymore. So that's why we have to use the hackers. They have to use actually multiple techniques. We are not doing anything bad, so we don't have to do all of these techniques unless we are doing something. For example, you are sending a secure email to your boss for your company marketing information or like critical data. In that case, of course, you need VPN, you need to do something, right? So it is Tor, number 8. Now number 9 is go to your laptop, go to your mobile phone and turn off all the telemetry services, all the tracking services. You will find so many services inside your laptop, inside your mobile phone. I'll have another technical session in which I can show that one as well. So the last one, the 10th one is that disable all telemetry services inside Chrome browser. If you have to use Chrome or Firefox, you don't want to use other browsers that I mentioned. So that is your last option, right? So totally 10 services, sorry, 10 points which we have to use or which hackers use to stay anonymous. Number 1 is what? Attaullah, can you tell me? So I get a break. The first one is what? Which one? First one is we have to use anonymous email, anonymous contact.
Yeah, I was muted. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So number 1 is anonymous email, anonymous contact, right? The second one is the hackers, they use untraceable internet sources like public Wi-Fi and all of that. The third one is that they use anonymous operating system like Kali Linux, like Parrot operating system, or like Tails operating system. The fourth one is they don't use Google and they don't use Chrome. They use other search engines. They use other browsers. Then they change their MAC addresses, number 5. Then number 6 is that they use VPN. Number 7, they use proxy or proxy chains. Number 8, they use Tor browser. Number 9, they turn off their telemetry and tracking services in their laptops and mobiles. And number 10 is that they disable cookies, they remove JavaScript, they disable it, and they do all the security settings of the browsers. So these are 10 points. I think we'll make technical sessions if the guys, they feel it useful. If they ask more questions, we can make on those points technical session as well, which we show how to use them. Like I showed you the email one quickly.
Okay, so I think it's enough for this question.
From my side, yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for this great answer. And we'll meet you guys with another discussion session, and stay touch with us and send your queries. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you.